Many business owners and business leaders, including those in the cannabis space, may want to consider equity compensation as part of the overall pay package that they offer to their employees. By equity compensation, we mean the granting of an actual piece of the business to the employees as compensation. In the case of a corporation, that usually means stock. And if the business is organized as an LLC, it means granting a membership interest to the employees as part of their pay. Businesses use equity compensation because it can be a great tool to retain your employees, to motivate them, and to align their interests with those of the business owners. It can give the employees a true and meaningful stake in that business, so they are sharing in the upside, sharing in the downside, and, in short, acting like owners. There are three very important things to keep in mind, though, if you're considering an equity compensation. First, we need to make sure it complies with the law. Any form of equity compensation involves the sale of securities and is therefore subject to state and federal securities laws. You want to make sure you have an exemption from the registration requirements so that you don't have to register the equity interest with the SEC or a state regulator. Fortunately, there are exemptions available for equity compensation plans, but you need to make sure you satisfy the conditions, including having appropriate disclosures so that your employees have all necessary information about the plan. And of course, since we're talking about the cannabis space, we want to make sure that the plan participants are eligible to be part owners of the organization. The second principal objective of any equity compensation plan is to achieve the objectives of the business. That usually means balancing the need to retain employees and the need to incentivize employees. And this can be a tricky balancing act. If you use retention devices like time-based vesting, you may help ensure that your employees stay around longer, but too much retention and they may be unwilling to take risks that are appropriate to grow the company. You can use incentive devices like performance conditions, but too much of that and you may be incentivizing recklessness, inappropriate risk taking. You also want to make sure that you don't lose control of the organization. And that involves selecting plan features like perhaps non-voting stock or some participation in the governance of the enterprise. But again, we want to make sure that the plan participants don't have too much control in the governance of the organization. The third important objective is tax efficiency. A well-designed plan will help make sure that employees can defer the tax obligations on their awards until the last possible time. If a plan is designed incorrectly, those employees may be surprised with an early and unwanted tax bill, and they may not have the liquidity to pay the taxes at that time. At Warner, we partner with our clients and their advisors, which may include HR professionals or tax advisors, to design plans that comply with the law, meet the needs of the business, and achieve tax efficiency.